Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Cody Steck, your favorite Utah realtor. We're back today with another update on what's happening with Park City real estate. We're going to take a look at Summit County, Wasatch County, and give you all the information you need to know about what's happening in these different areas. We're starting to see a lot of variation. At first, I'm going to start off with a very wide view of what's happening between the two counties, and then we'll narrow it down into different price points and different locations specifically. So we've got a lot of information here to cover. If you're looking at buying or selling real estate here in the area, whether it's a second home, an investment home, or even your primary home, this is going to be very relevant information for you. On that note, I should also say, if you're looking at doing one of those things and you want to work with me and my team, we would love to help you. I've had people from all across the world reach out to me, as well as people here in our own backyard, reach out to me and say, hey, Cody, I'm looking to buy, I'm looking to sell real estate. I need your help. And I absolutely love it. I love when you guys do. So if you're looking for that information, you can find my info here on the screen. Please reach out to me. All right, so let's jump into my screen here and take a look at this information. For the month of July, we've actually seen that home sales have been fairly steady over the last couple of months. This is very interesting to see because in other markets like in Salt Lake and in St. George, we've actually seen home sales fall off substantially. I think this is partially because at these higher price points, people are less affected by the interest rate changes, they're less affected by the economy, and they're more in a position where they either want to buy or they need to buy, and they're not affected by those things as much, and so that decision becomes easier to actually end up doing so. Taking a look at these middle two columns here, you can see that this one right here is 1.2 million. This is the median original listing price. So this is the price that a home is listed at on a median basis, 1.2 million. The median sales price is 1.14 million, which is roughly 5% below what the original listing price is. If you look at how this has changed month to month, you can see that, right now we're sitting about 5% below. The last couple months, we were actually higher, 97% in June and 100% here in May, meaning that your average home sold for roughly what the asking price was at that time. This is really interesting to see because in Park City, the big draw is going to be the outdoor recreation, especially the skiing. So you'd almost think that going into the ski season is going to be when you see the most competition and therefore when the prices are actually the higher. But if we look at what happened last year, that's not always the case. If we look back here to September, we were at 91%, October, 97%, November, 93%, December, 92%. So it was actually lower going into the winter months, meaning that we still have a lot of seasonality in this area. That being said, if you've got more buyers, more demand in the market, you would expect that number to be closer to 100% because these homes are not sitting on the market as long. Sellers are not getting as motivated and therefore are unwilling to negotiate further. So it's really interesting to see how this changes. We still get that seasonality going into the winter months where homes can be negotiated on immensely, whereas in the spring and summer months, not so much, right? We're at 100% here in May, 97 in June, 95 in July, and even going back and comparing, I do expect that we'll probably see this drop, right? August of last year, 92%, September, 91%. There's a lot of factors that make this change from month to month, but this is the important thing. If you're looking at buying real estate, there could be opportunity in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 months going into the winter here in Park City. So with that said, this is looking at the overall market. Let's actually change this and look at Park City specifically. Okay, so if we zoom in a little bit further and we look at Park City, when I say Park City, I'm going to include some of the surrounding areas as well, such as Snyderville, Summit Park, Glenwild, Promontory, some of these different communities and neighborhoods that are within kind of the Park City limits that are going to still get grouped into Park City, the overall term, right? So looking here, we've got July 2023, 58 sales, been mostly flat since April of this year, mostly the same amount of home selling each month. The median list price was 1.415 million and sales price at 1.35. So 5% off on your average home is what's being negotiated. So this is actually a really good sign to see that it's fairly steady here. If you're a seller, this is kind of what you can expect. You can expect a buyer to come in and negotiate on your home by upwards of 2, 3, 4, 5%, maybe even a little bit more if you price pretty high. And if you're a buyer, that means that there's opportunity out there. So don't be afraid to go into the market and start negotiating and start working on the sellers and try to get them to come down on their price. If you're willing to be patient, if you're willing to kind of look for that place, that place that's perfect for you, you can actually negotiate a pretty good deal on it. So that's sitting there at 95%. Let's modify this again and take a look at a different area. Okay, so for this data set, we are going to look at the Heber Valley. You're going to see some much different information here that will be relevant for you, and it's kind of all over the place. This is why it's so important to have somebody on your side who's in the market every single day, looking at what's happening, feeling out how many offers people are getting, talking to sellers, feeling out what they want for their home. This is really important information. Looking at May, we had 34 home sales, 32 in June, and then 46 in July. So actually more home sales in July. However, look at this. on average, homes were getting negotiated on 9% below what they were actually listed for. So this is pretty surprising to see, especially when you come back and you compare it to June, where your average home sold for roughly the asking price. Out of 32 home sales, almost all of them sold for, well, not all of them, but on a median basis, right? You have some above, some below. They ended up selling for the asking price across the board. However, in July, much different story. We actually saw that, a 9% drop on the negotiating power for buyers in the market. Again, days on market has climbed substantially. We're at 19 in May, June 23, and then now July 63. So homes are sitting on the market much longer here in the Heber Valley, and we're starting to see sellers get anxious. We're starting to see them price drop. We're starting to see them list at lower prices, and this is opening up opportunities for buyers across the board. I'm going to continue to cover this information here on the Park City area, here on this channel. If you want to stay up to date on what's happening, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also make sure to reach out to me if you want to buy, sell, or invest in real estate here in Park City or anywhere in the entire state. My team and I would love to help you. We've helped people from all across the world relocate here, buy second homes, buy investment properties, buy vacation homes, whatever it might be. We've done it, and I would love to help you as well who's watching this video right now. My name is Cody Steck, your favorite Utah realtor. Thanks for watching the video. We'll catch you in the next one.